So last time I recorded something, I was reading Dream On, Ramona Riley, not this one. I was with the Barnes & Noble's edition, and I had some thoughts. Mainly not great ones. But I did mention having the meet and greet, the book signing. I guess it is a meet and greet in a way, but I mentioned that, and I did go. And it was amazing. I don't think I had ever heard her speak, her being Ashley Herring. For some reason, like, her voice totally matched what I thought Delilah would sound like. Which is funny because, like, I honestly, maybe I'm an a-hole because I don't really do research on authors, just some. But one second. Okay, I'm back. Just some. But like very rarely. Anyways, long story short, I don't think I had ever heard her speak, and I don't think she has said like, "Oh, I based Delilah on me" or something like that. But she reminds me a lot of her. The curly hair, the blue eyes, blah blah blah. So maybe there's that. But it was a great event. I don't think I'm the type of person to get like starstruck. But I was pretty nervous like a couple hours before the event. I was just like, I've never done this before, and is there like a protocol or like etiquette that I'm supposed to know? Do I just like take any book that I want, anything that I want? So yeah. Then once I was there, I am trying to, there's different types of anxieties, and the type of anxiety I feel grateful that this is sort of the type that I have, but my type of anxiety is the one where like Loki, my lens. Okay. So I was talking about Dream On, Ramona Riley, and how I wasn't last time that I reviewed it. And here's the thing. Do all those things still hold true? Perhaps. But I was given like a new level of appreciation when it came to it. Because I think that after hearing Ashley, and then they also had like Anita Kelly, which I'll be very honest, I haven't read any of their books, but it's on the list. After like listening to them talk and just like how everyone was like excited and happy, I was like, listen, maybe I was being a little bit too much of a bitch. Maybe I was just being a little bit too much of a... Okay? So I'm gonna go back on what I said, and I'm gonna like give it a try, especially because, and here's the thing, it's alleged. Sorry, I think I keep hearing like Loki do bad things. It's alleged, it's rumored that like there's some form of how can I call it, like kinky stuff going on, a name and like certain type of things, and that piqued my interest, that intrigued me. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'm being too hard on it, and it'll be fun. So but that's all just for alleged. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it another try, but okay, I paused my timer, but okay. Here's the thing. I think the romance is romancing now. I'm in page 190, so I guess maybe that's like halfway through. And again, this is full of spoilers, okay? But like, yeah, they've started sort of like the, I guess, like fake dating or like fake something. And I think the thing that's winning me over is I love that Ramona loves mushrooms. Mushrooms. Sorry, my husband always laughs because I always forget how to pronounce that word. So it's like mushroom, but I call them mushrooms. And they're like all over the cover, and they're so cute. I love mushrooms. I think they're adorable. I'm not like a big mushroom eater, but I just think they look cute. Some of them are cute, some of them are not. Um, but for some reason, I just think they're adorable. And the fact that she likes them, I'm like, you know what? This is cute. I think I can, I think I can work with this. So yeah, it's great. They're talking about mushrooms and like going to a mushroom museum. So I'm excited for them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading. But I thought I should mention that like things have changed. You know, I have a more positive outlook. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, first 40-minute segment is done. Um, I'm getting to like the drama of it all, or at least the first instance of drama. I mean, I still think that I agree with what I said earlier of like it's getting better. Um, but yeah, just seems like I don't know. The person who might have done it is like a person that I was rooting for or that I was like excited about being in the book because I thought they seemed pretty badass. So a part of me is like, God damn it. You know what I mean? But I mean, it hasn't been confirmed that it was that person. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's sweet. Again, I think it's redeeming. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do probably like another 40-minute timer. I don't think I can finish it tonight. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'll be back again in another 40. Hi, besties. We are back. Okay, besties is one of those words that I used to hate and I swore to myself I would never use. And here I am. I use it constantly, even on social media, and I feel bad. But anyways, today is a day. I'm not feeling the best, and I don't even know why. Like, I guess that's kind of what gets me about like anxiety and like all these problems that I obviously we don't want to feel this way. um, and sometimes like I'll wake up, I'll be having a day, and I'm at this point in my life, especially because I think of the way that I was treated when I was growing up, like it didn't exist. You know what I mean? I've learned to cope with like functioning and everything, right? Um, Funny enough, like I would say these past couple of years have been harder, even though there's less, but I've done the therapy, okay? So like I understand potentially why, or like at least what my therapist told me, right? But yeah, there's days like today where I'm like, girl, you're okay. Like everything's fine, you know. You've got projects, you've got friendships, um, you've got a great relationship, you've got cute pets, you have a roof over your head, and still there's this like impending doom feeling. Um, and it just sucks because obviously, like, again, I try to be very stoic about it and I try to be like, just like breathe in, breathe out, all these different things, right? I mean, they do work, don't get me wrong, but it's like I'll catch myself throughout the day just having the palpitations and everything. And it's just kind of, it's annoying because I'm like, I'm just trying to live my life, okay? Like, I'm just trying to make do. I'm just trying to go out there and do the thing. Um, and my body is just like imminent danger. You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks because it definitely puts me, I don't know, even again, I feel like mentally, like inside my brain, like I feel like we're happy. We meaning me. Um, but somehow, yeah, like even my eyes just feel like tired or heavy. Not tired per se, maybe just heavy. Just sort of like, let me just like, what if I just take a little, what if I just stay in this one spot all day and not do anything? Um, but yeah, so there's that. Uh, as I said, I think of because this has been like a chronic issue for me. Luckily, I have been able to go to therapy and like learn what to do, and it's just like really annoying, especially right now that I'm not employed, or like like officially employed, because I, I have definitely had to be a provider from like a really young age for myself, for my mom, and it makes me feel horrible. I feel bad if I'm not like constantly doing something, and I also know that that's wrong, So it's this catch-22 where I'm like, okay, let's rest, but if you rest, like, oh, you're lazy, you're this, you're the other. So it's just making amends with all those ideas. But I don't, you probably didn't sign up to hear all about that. And if you did, well, I appreciate it. But yeah, I haven't finished the book. I was hoping that I would last night, and there was a moment there when I was like, oh, maybe I can. But I'll be very honest with you. Like, I'm only missing a little. Like, it was at the point of the night where I would have to read it on my Kindle, and I'm only missing this tiny bit. It was, I think, like $11, and I was like, it's not gonna take me much to finish tomorrow, so I just didn't want to spend the money. I was like, I would rather spend the money on a book that I'm gonna start from, the beginning. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and finish this. I do have a doctor's appointment, which I think is also making me super nervous. It's 1 p.m. right now, and I should be there by 2:20, so I have to like change and everything. So I probably won't see you until after I'm done. And I'm also debating whether I want to go purchase a book. I know I shouldn't, okay? I know. But I'm debating whether I should go. I think I'm also kind of like in a low mood because I was gonna finish that puff quilt for my son for Loki. And I literally just have to sew it together, and my sewing machine is just like giving me a hard time, and it could be just like dust or lint or whatever on the bobbin case, or but it also, like other sites is like, oh, it could like be broken, and I'm like, really, come on, like, rude. So yeah, it's just that feeling of like, oh, dang it. So okay. So my plans after the doctor are, I will work out today. I have been sort of consistent with that. I forgot on the weekend, truly forgot. Um, and then I really want to finish this reading blog. So because I want to do a Bone Season reading blog, and I'm dying to read Bone Season. But yeah, I want to get Lord of the Wilds. Um, it's this like fantasy YA book by a black author. I really try, especially when it comes to like cozy fantasies and fantasy, I try to buy from minority authors, or with books that contain like, queer themes and whatnot, because I want to signal publishers like, yes, I will read them. Like, for example, that happened to me with I'm going to rant now. I'll talk about it later. It's getting late for my appointment, and I should probably get on that. I'll probably read for like 20 minutes, um, and then just prepare for that. And I guess I'll see you later. Oh my god, hi, welcome back. So I have finished the book. I finished last night, and you know, it's still a good book, but it's not like, como se dice, revolutionary. Like, I'll be very honest with you. I guess, again, I'm like no literary genius by any means, I'm just a girl. Um, but I feel like at this point, maybe I wasn't wrong when I said, like, oh, Ashley Herring is my Emily Henry, or like my Abby Jimenez, or like whatever. Because, like, it's starting to get a little, like, repetitive. And I'm like no literary genius. I'm like, English isn't my even my first language, and you know what I mean? Like, I can't, what I'm trying to say is I'm not a writer. However, if I do say so myself, I feel like I'm starting to notice a pattern in these books, and rather than it being like cozy, it's starting to feel just kind of boring. Um, Boring not in the sense of like I won't pick it up, because again, I'll still read it. I'm human, but definitely like, oh, okay. Um, this is what's gonna happen. I'm fine with happy endings. I love happy endings. So I don't mind books putting me through some BS to then just throw a happy ending in. But I guess what bothered me is I feel like I'm seeing the characters from her previous books in these characters to the point where they almost feel the same. Like, what's her name? Dylan? It very much could be Delilah. Ramona very much could be Claire, you know what I mean? And then the next book, it's going to, as you know, as funny enough, I don't know if I had it in this video, but like I was so sure that we were gonna get her friend April as the second book, just like Astrid, you know, because the wedding didn't go through and blah blah blah. Lo and behold, like the ending is the intro to like April's book. And I don't know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, again, I will get it, but I don't know. I feel, is this how the straight people feel when it comes to like the romance novels that are out there? Like, it just feels a tiny bit repetitive. Um, so it was okay. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars or four, something like that. Um, I just wish there was something different to it. Um, yeah. So I guess that's why I kind of didn't come right away to like come read. Again, still loved it, but I feel like the book hasn't even come out and I already know how it's gonna go. Again, it feels very formulaic. Um, it's interesting because honestly, I personally didn't start as a romance reader. I read mostly like contemporary like literature, not here. Um, but then it was like contemporary literature, then like horror, um, and after the whole like TikTok, book talk, whatever, I definitely have branched into like romance, especially now that there's like way more queer romance. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. Perhaps that's her thing, and I think it works, obviously. But it left me wanting a little more. Um, and it left me wondering if I should just like maybe not do another romance just so I can like have a palette cleanser. Yeah, palette cleanser. Um, I order some like historical romance books because I think that's gonna be fun. But I did also purchase The Starving Saints, which is like a queer horror book. I'm super excited for that one, so I might go ahead and get that one. I am also reading like the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon, which is it's just everything. Um, so yeah, I'm also craving like cozy fantasy. I feel like my hormones are hormoning, and I'm just craving like cinnamon rolls and warm things. You know what I mean? So we'll see what I end up doing. But yeah, overall, good romance, kind of like a fast one, you know what I mean? So if you have like a weekend trip or you're going camping or you just want to be a girl and read a little cute romance, go ahead. But okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think the thing that irked me the most was the whole like lolly and cherry. Like, girl, you're like what, pushing 30 something, I think, and I'm not gonna be like, Lolly, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole. And it's fine. I am sometimes. Cause like I also say nicknames. But I don't know. It just made it all feel kinda like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Lolly and Cherry. Like too corny, okay? It could have been like Millie or something like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it was okay. I still loved that the mushrooms were involved. I love that for her. So yeah, I guess I am gonna go ahead and let that be. Maybe I'll come back with some life changing thoughts about it. But I did. Honestly, I have nothing else to add. I think I'm just blabbering on at this point. Let me know if you liked it. What did you think? As I said, I'm still excited for the new ones, don't get me wrong. But yeah, just feels a little repetitive. If you think I'm full of crap, and you want to tell me why you loved it, definitely please let me know, and I would love to hear you.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is, please note, the new number is